Hi, I'm Symphoneers, and today we're taking a look at the deck I hit Mythic with this season. Boros Enchantation Spellbook I don't know, it's a good deck. Be grateful. Uh, in the 1-drop slot, you know it, you love it, it's Kumano faces Kakazan! It just kills people dead. Great. Monstrous Rage, also just still a very good pump spell, and importantly for this list, leaves behind an enchantment that helps enable a Tale for the Ages. Enchanted creatures you control get +2/+2. This just makes everything in this deck huge, especially with the second bit of enchantment support we have in Spellbook Vendor. Spellbook Vendor, we can pay 1 to slap a sorcerer role token on stuff. It works really well with a little bit of additional support, like from A Tale for the Ages, so that the sorcerer token becomes a +3/+3. This deck is so goofy with this, because like Monstrous Rage becomes a +5/+3 buff at instant speed with just one of these. It gets wild. Also in the 2-drop slot, we have a Raging Battle Mouse, just a good little celebration card that can help us trigger celebration with the cost, or like with the discount clause. Dies to basically everything and is made of glass, but it is a good little mouse. Also in the 2-drop slot, we have another kind of Luminarch aspirant at home in Ashe Party Crasher. The haste is really nice, like baseline 2/2 haste. Great. And then ideally we're triggering celebration pretty regularly. One nice thing for all the celebration stuff is that Spellbook Vendor makes all the celebration things way easier. You just have to play like one card a turn and then use the ability and get an enchantment on something, and boom, you have celebration. Godrick, Cloaked Reveler, just also another good haste threat in the deck. I've been very happy with Godrick. Pretty easy to trigger the celebration clause just in general, and have a 4/4 haste flyer that will fly over a Shieldred or whatever and win the game. Also, let's just talk about Werefox Bodyguard for a second. This card is so good. In spoilers, I was kind of like, oh, it's a different Brutal Cathar. How much do I care about this? But no, it is so much better. Really simple example is you can flash it in on your upkeep to exile a Shieldred and dodge the drain from drawing a card. You can flash it in to protect your own threats versus control playing a sweeper or something and keep your best creature alive, and use it to kill them on the subsequent turn. You can play it versus mono-red aggro or something, take out their large threat and maybe block a smaller threat, and hey, crack it to gain some life and throw off the red deck win player's math or whatever. It is immensely flexible, so even though, like, no single use case is wildly mind-blowing or incredible, the fact that all of them are use cases and, like, it's never dead, basically. One of the big downfalls of Brutal Cathar or something is like that card is awful in the control matchup, where Fox Bodyguard is always a solid card. I've been super happy with it. Like, if you take like nothing else away from this deck tech, play more Werefox Bodyguard. It's great. In the 4-drop slot, we have Archon of the Wild Rose. This is mostly a sort of soft or mini Craterhoof Behemoth effect. Just because we do pretty regularly have enchanted creatures, especially thanks to Spellbook Vendor, and giving those creatures usually +2/+2 is what it ends up being with how the toughnesses and stuff work out. Giving those +2/+2 and flying often means that we are trundling on in with like two, if we have a Tale for the Ages down, 6/6 flyers or something, maybe even more, and that will kill people in one turn. It's the evasion, just great way to close out games, and even if you're not getting super lucky with the setup, just like a 4/4 flyer will still fly over a Shieldred and dome your mono black opponent, so like, I've been pretty happy with it in this deck. And then of course we also just have 3 Wandering Emperors, because boy, this card is ridiculous and good. That's the main list covered. The mana, nothing super complicated. I did go up to 3 Restless Bivouacs down to 1 Murex compared to how I would usually build a list like this. I just found that because we have a relatively high pip density, like Ashe is double pipped, so is Godrick, Werefox, Archon and Wandering Emperor, having too many Murexes or whatever was actually a semi-consistent issue, so that's why we go pretty heavy on the dual lands. Bivouac itself I've been pretty happy with. Being able to put the counter on anything is nice, because like, if you have a Godrick flying in and a Bivouac that can put a counter on it, that can help produce lethal or whatever, it's been a pretty good creature land. If you like the deck and enjoy the video and all that, like, subscribe, etc., clicking them buttons helps the channel a lot. Yeah, I think that's everything. Let's get on to some actual gameplay. This hand works. It's not stunning. Okay. That makes me more excited about this hand, because we can etching on 1, tail for 2. We whiff the second step on Kumanos. But we are in position to Monstrous Rage on 3 and murder them. What did I say about tedious removal heavy black deck? Woo! They are on Esper Legends or whatever. Pretty frequently. Oh! Look at them, not just doing the same extremely boring garbage. Bivouac, Monstrous Rage. I think we just have to race the squee, awkwardly. I was looking at holding up the Iganjo, but then we don't really hit 4, effectively. Or like it gets really awkward really fast. Bunnycorn. I love what they're doing. Elegance and grace. Sorry, we have 2 white sources already, so that's okay. We can Archon pre-combat to make it a 7/7 that flies and just ignores their whole board. We Skrelv can tap to give it not protection. Skrelv is critically not protection. Honk, honk. Why is my brain like, this is bad, danger, danger? High voltage. When we touch. When we kiss. Skrelv can protect the bunnycorn, is the thing. Math, 10, 14. Iganjo, channel, take that out. That reduces 7 to 11. Oh, this is so close, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, we do this to not die, if I'm not mistaken. Because Iganjo is a colorless source. Right? Me not dying depends on Iganjo being a colorless source. Whoo! Look at me knowing game rules. A pog, a champion. And then we do this, and then we Archon to assert dominance. Vroom vroom. I love that game. That game's great. We get to do like a niche Iganjo thing and then just do Archon murder. Yes. I look at this hand and I think yes. I don't know if this is a good hand versus mono red. Maybe it's fine. Kamano on 1. Battle Mouse on 2. Bodyguard something on 3. What's our win rate versus mono red? I'm curious now. Oh no. Their draw is really good, so... This might be a fast loss, we'll see. I was gonna say an Emperor would potentially really help here, so... That's something. We're definitely in full, like, just try to stall and not die mode. Mono red doing mono red things, yes. Invasion of Tarkir kills my sweet innocent mouse, how could you, opponent? Unkind, uncouth, and quite frankly, uncalled for. I would have tried to flip that, I think. We're doing something with the bodyguard. I don't know what, but we're doing something with it. We will see what we are doing now. Albeit, this is soft to specifically a play with fire. Yeah, if they have a play with fire, this play is really bad. If they don't, we still prevent some damage that turn, and we get to keep a body. Potentially, kind of, sort of. Or like we have something ticking that will be a body soon, and we can Emperor this turn. Phoenix chick, does whatever a phoenix chick does. Can it swing from a web? No, it can't, it's a phoenix chick. Look out,
You've done it.
Haha, Emperor. So we managed to not die for another turn. Watch us just be dead to a play with fire, or whatever, or like so many things. We're dead to so many things. Kumano, Spellbook Fender. What a weird game state, or like, it's actually correct for us to attack here. Because if they have removal that can kill the Spellbook Vendor, they can just shoot us in the face with it. I guess specifically monstrous rate. Oh, of course they have the like one piece of removal that proves me wrong. Or like, I never play around people having warcrafting because I don't like warcrafting that much, but I mean it does the job. I just make the wrong call there. I don't know that we win that game even if I don't do that, because like there's so many draws that just kill us. This hand is okay-ish. We missed the second step on Kumano probably, but that's fine. Yeah, do this, do the tail. Azorius control, how interesting. Or Esper, I guess. No Esper Legends, okay. Like that Spellbook Vendor draw here. Because we can do this. Maybe we won't. I'll save the Monstrous Rage, I think. Honk honk. We'll take a land. Just for Emperor, if nothing else. We do want to get up to 4 mana. Hit me. Oh, friend. Oh, that's the thing. We can also do this and pay for the vendor again. Hey, Godrick, want to buy a spellbook? We don't need more than 4 mana, so get out of there, get out of there. Hey, oh, Bosh. Opponent goes to 3. Yeah, the opponent just explodes there. Good games to the opponent. Is this hand bad enough to mulligan? I don't like this hand, but we have a lot of 2-drops and 3-drops in our deck, and if we draw any of them, this hand gets, like, very reasonable, very solid. If we just draw lands, we're very sad. Okay. We're having one of those games. We're also versus a control deck or whatever, which this keep is worse against, so that's frustrating. Actually, I don't know that this keep is especially good versus aggro. Like the Emperor is good versus aggro. Versus domain, I would like to buy a sundial, or a spellbook. Well, this isn't maximally mana efficient. That gives us, like, Archon plus, pay for spellbook. Next turn. Give your dear a book. Take a look in a book. Our spellbook vendor. Oh, I love best of 3 sideboarding and stuff. Fucking okay. Our opponent doesn't want to play Magic, so that's cool and good. Will Kamano. I don't know if they'll be activating the Sunfall thing. Sunfall is less egregious than Farewell. I just get bored of this. I passed through my turn. I should have Emperored there. Why didn't they attack? That's why I passed through, is I assumed they would attack. Why would you activate it but not attack? Bruh. I mean, I guess I just do this. I hate this. Is so annoying to me. Yeah, I was low on vendor. One of the reasons one of the only set reviews I still pay attention to is the North 100 set review, which is a Highlander focused set review. One of the reasons that is the case is because there's some card analysis in it that is like for a deeply efficient format in Canlander. And Benjamin Wheeler was specifically shouted out, or like 2 of my takeaways were Spellbook Vendor and the Huntsman's thingamagoo. Also, hey, bivouac time, I guess. I don't know. I think I want to put the counter on the bivouac, but the monstrous rage on the etching. Oh, and that's lethal. I love A Tale for the Ages. Or like A Tale for the Ages with monstrous rage in particular, just like chef's kiss. Good games to the opponent. Yeah, the saga that lets you tutor for stuff. For some reason, I was just like, oh, you always sack the 3/3 on the second step, and what are you even searching for? It doesn't even cheat it into play. Hey, But then it's like, no, you just break parity on the second step with a token or something, or like you have other options for that step. And then if you're doing anything combo-y or whatever, it is also just card advantage. Like, you're converting a 1/1 into another card in hand, and a card that you get to pick, which is cool and good. I've mostly been trying it in Infinimice, or Enchantments combo. Judge, I DNF, or what's the thing, fail to find? Fail to find, search for Shieldred the Apocalypse. You're playing Boros, I don't care, I'm looking for Shieldred. Our opponent on mono red, but also Smeagol with that app, like, just take a moment to appreciate our opponent, like, living their best life. Good on them. We could do the etching that turn just to get stuff ticking over a little bit faster, but... Ancestral Anger, sure. Impulse. Boo and Hiss. I'm never going to stop bullying people over mechanized warfare. Yeah. Werefox, we'll hold up Werefox Bodyguard. I assume the play for them is like, maybe they remove the etching, but probably they just mechanized warfare. I guess this is awkward in the sense that they can remove the bodyguard to rebuy the etching, but this gets it off the field for now, and also we can Spellbook Vendor to make it thick. Ooh, I should really have alts or whatever. I'm just always too lazy to like level up another account or do that whole thing. This is one way to help make sure that they can't just trivially kill the bodyguard. Make it a 5/5. Attack, we don't need more lands. Tale for the Ages, bing bong. I said that, and then I see the play pattern where it's like, oh no, if we Archon plus put an aura on something, that's actually pretty good. Impulse. Swifty. No, my festivities. We could do the Archon and stuff. We could do the Emperor and things. I think I like Spellbook Vendor plus pay for the tick. Or like pay for the ability here. Because 6/6 Vigilance, I am going to remember the line I said earlier and keep the land top so that we can Archon plus pay for Vendor. Or I guess that's less relevant now, but I still like Vendor ability plus Archon. Make the Archon extra thick. I assume our opponent's just dead. We will have the Etching flipping over, I guess, so we won't be totally out of things that can carry auras. Ow, my face. I might forget to block, opponent. No. Good games to our opponent, they don't have the ability to close out the game there. Initially I started wearing sunglasses sometimes when doing like streams and video stuff, just because it felt performative, or like it helped me get into the like streamer or content creator mindset or whatever. And then that stopped being something I like needed, but I realized they can make sitting under studio lights for hours more comfortable. Anyway, I'll keep this hand. We will do the bivouac on one. Oh, God. A trial. Anyway. Opponent on, ooh, Selesnya. Enchantments? Enchantments. Do I have a fake mustache? I had a fake mustache at some point. I think it may have degraded in a way that got kind of gross. You can get fake mustaches with real human hair, or like a lot of costume mustaches will actually have real human hair. And not even expensive ones, just anything above like the bare minimum dollar store, like felt, whatever. Is a thing. Sorry, my brain is all over the place. This chat is like hitting my penchant for weird costume garbage. Something fierce. Whenever Ashe attacks, so we have to do this here, which is awkward but okay. I think this is worth it. Make the mouse swole. Because we want it to not just trade for the Weaver, and Ashe will get bigger, so she can trade for Calyx. Opponent takes 10 here if they don't block anything, which seems pretty good. They could have an O-ring that they copy with the Weaver, which would be a problem, but we do have the kimonos flipping. Okay, yeah, jeez. Oh heck, oh howdy. Ossification, copy trigger, bang bong, dead. No, wait. Calyx, copy ossification, get... Ossification can't target those. O-ring can. We get the land for the Emperor. The weird thing here is just optimizing around Ashe's trigger. I don't know how much we care about that. I think between Ashe and the Raging Battle Mouse, losing all element of surprise here is okay.
Will protect my people.
Big Mouse? Big Mouse go vroom vroom? Big Mouse go vroom vroom, Ashe gets swole. Oh, I haven't seen Taz animatics in a while. I haven't listened to the Thrilling Adventure Zone, wait, no. I'm conflating things. I'm conflating the Adventure Zone and the Thrilling Adventure Hour. Calyx eats Ashe. Or sorry, not eats Ashe, eats Kimono. I said the exact wrong thing. The Weaver chumps Ashe. We can bivouac them. If they're attacking the Emperor, Calyx probably triggers. We have the Kimono flipping as well. They're still very much on the back foot. Why did I stop listening to the Adventure Zone? I think it was it Travis GMing, or there was the thing with the school? I liked a lot of the non-D&D systems they did. Especially Travis GMing the Wild West setting. That was maybe my favorite thing that they've done, aside from the original run. And then after all of that, they like went back to D&D in a way that I just found totally uninteresting.
I guess that's it then.
Anyway. Ashe, 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 Ashe. We do murders, this is unnecessary, and yeah, but just honk honk, Ashe triggers, and we murder the opponent. Good games to the opponent. We are at virtual 16, so we're tied. One thing I've been trying to... Our hand is kind of expensive too. I'm gonna mulligan. I feel kind of bad mulliganing. Drop the Archon. I don't like either of the hands we saw. We can do Kamano, and then we're versus Fairies on a mull on the draw. Ugh. Pain. Pain and suffering. Well, this is to offset the free one versus the toxic deck, I guess. We could catch the Kamano counter here with the Werefox Bodyguard. Flash in a threat. Oh, amazing. I'm going to put on full control just to be OCD. Perfect. This is literally the best case scenario for us using the Werefox Bodyguard in this matchup. Like with the Kamano down. Them flashing in a threat on end step. As a side note, Werefox Bodyguard, incredible card that everyone should play. Rip Fairy Fencing. Love Fairies having access to a better version of Cut Down. Or it's not the same card, I guess, because Cut Down can kill 1/4s, but anyway. Ego Drain, oh boy, howdy. I am going to just play out the Archon right now, because they're tapped out. If they trade Obira for etching, that's totally fine. Yeah. Ashe! Ashe! Time to party crash! Yeehaw! Go right on down to that ale hall and grab yourself a horn of mead. Do the weird Ashe optimization. This is actually pretty bad if Kamano gets shot. Okay. I mean, not amazing, but... Vroom. And dare I say Vroom? We could play more defensive here, but... Okay, no, we apply pressure and do some stuff. Oh yeah, Ashe is Cinderella. Frank Karsten did a tweet on Twitter that actually helped explain this to me of just like Ashe, or the Cinderella story in German, her name gets translated to like Aschenkroche or something, like me just mangling and doing a vague impression of a German word there, but they can untap the Sleep Cursed Fairy here, which is awkward. Why is this something that's like making my brain stall out? The Ward 2 here sucks for us. I guess we have a weird play pattern here. Of like, we can do this, they untap, we can save whatever they block with the Sleep Cursed Fairy, assuming they want to eat a 1-drop, or like one of our 2/2s for free. Oh, they double block the Archon, sure. Do we take this? We can also just eat the fairy here. That's the real answer. But yeah. Okay. Our opponent doesn't draw enough to get to the victory just off of Obira. So yeah, Fairy's very much running out of gas there. Good games to the opponent. Sure? Potentially very strong hand. I was gonna say, we need to draw some lands here for it to be real cool and good. We'll do the Battle Mouse first so that we can Ashe and then cast the Vendor for 1. And then try to just smash face with everything. They of course might have removal here if they do. If they do, we probably Ashe plus Monstrous Rage, or we could do the vendor. Okay. Ashe, 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 Ashe. Gotta catch 'em all. Vendor to get the celebration triggers on Ashe and the mouse. Our opponent is playing a boring deck that is doing boring things. Can't pay for the spellbook vendor, of course. So we go vroom vroom. Oh, feeling daring today, aren't we? I kind of hate this play pattern that we are supposed to do, I think. Which is to say, make a Murex might stick auras and stuff on things next turn. Give me a might. That might is alright. Okay. Autopay. Merp. What an educated might. Don't need more monstrous rages. We need real creatures here. Okay. Wandering Emperor.
Confident?
Cool Samurai.
Let your blade do the talking.
Would be a shame if our spellbook vendor was very angry. I guess we could also shoot it with the Iganja just to assert dominance and push damage. This is probably unnecessary, but Merp. Lets us push a bunch of damage face, which I like. We also don't have enough mana to do the Murex thing there, which is part of why I'm just like, nah, just burn mana. Okay, we're playing into sweepers. Great. We're playing into sweepers and we're flooding incredibly hard. So I'm probably scooping within the next turn or so. We will play stuff out. No, we're not gonna. Whatever. Sure. I feel like we're a little bit land light, or I'm a little bit concerned about double pain lands and only having 2 lands. But like getting the vendor down and stuff is not bad. We're versus Rakdos. Okay. Please let my vendor live. They're just trying to feed their family. Oh, underdog. Okay. Yes, hello, I would like to Kumano face. 3 pain lands is real rough here. Autopay, Edumacate, Kumano? Honk, honk. I guess we want this just because we will be enchanting things. Block, why would he not block the vendor? Okay, whatever, this is fine. We still use our mana here to do stuff, push damage. We hit the opponent for 6. The vendor is the much better card. So that block kind of annoys me, but anyway. Oh, second underdog. All is forgiven. 'Cause Archon. Dear. Our bird is so good it's got antlers. Honk honk. Hit the opponent for 6. Our bird is so good it's got antlers and a tiny man. Or tiny little person on it. This is just a little guy. I still don't know what the hell the scale is in this art, because like, is the deer huge? Is the person tiny? What's the deal with the scale of the thorns and things? I've talked about this in the set review, but anyway. Sure. Suck it, vendor. Battle mouse. Great. We punish the person playing the very boring year-old Rakdos deck. Woo! This hand is pretty No play on 1. Are we supposed to Battle Mouse? Battle Mouse or Ashe? Don't think it really matters. Or like there's pros and cons to each of them, they're pretty interchangeable. This gives us like a little bit more flexibility in case we happen to draw a spellbook vendor or something that Ashe can meaningfully discount. We do not, we draw more land, as you do. So we will Ashe and go vroom vroom. I don't know if we want to... Domain has sweepers, but they also have spot removal. I think they're still like 1 land away from Drake down, or Drake to the bottom, or whatever it's called. God, I haven't seen that card in a while, so I might be playing this improperly. Or no, both would die anyway. Okay, Topiary Stomper, sure. 3, 6. Hey, you. We could do Emperor stuff, but because we have the vendor here, I think this is just the better move. We do this, we go vroom vroom. Ashe gets swole. I like a Godrick here. Godrick is haste and can fly over whatever they're doing. Also, we'll get celebration off of the spellbook vendor if the vendor survives the turn. Oh lordy, they ramping. So anyway, I started ramping. We will murder them. We will vaporize them from orbit shortly. No blocks. I guess this does give them another blocker. But we just kill them off of, like, Godrick, right? Yeah, we can allocate the Raging Battle Mouse onto Godrick. And then do Godrick Pump. I like that Ashe and Godrick both work really well with the vendor. There's a couple of celebration things where the timing doesn't actually work that well, and it's kind of awkward, but... The threats that we really care about can do some good work. Fuck. Okay. Great. Cool and good. Don't you love leyline binding? Or just like leyline binding is the exact thing they need there to stall out the game. So the reason I didn't attack is just they can trade off like the Skyclave and something else there. Sure, they're okay. Okay. This is why I hate domain decks, is there's always just like a lot of nothing, a lot of uninteresting game, and then some bullshit happens, and it's like, okay, so why did we play the first 10 minutes of this game? Honk shoe, honk shoe. This hand is expensive and slow, which is annoying. Well, at least we can, yeah, we can scoop now. Starfield, boy, I was not having a great time with Starfield. Or I don't think that game is very good. This hand is alright. Yeah, oh god, need to finish up Citizen Sleeper. Okay. I mean, at least Toxic is a bad deck. Do we just try to beat face? Or like, we trade the Ashe here if they take this? I do stream every weekday starting at around 11 Mountain Time. I don't know what that is in other time zones. We would like to do the Spellbook Vendor. No, right on, Audio Evil. Always appreciate you stopping by. Good to see you, good to have you. Hope the rest of your day goes well. Take care, we will pay for Spellbook Vendor and do the thing. Make Ashe swole. Our opponent has removal for Ashe. Honk shoe, honk shoe. Should have done that pre-combat and attacked. Okay. I guess this is bad in that the Emperor specifically is soft to counter magic, but I don't know. I'm not that concerned about small bits like that. Rask is fall. You can't fire me, I quit. Tale for the Ages. Okay. We will do Godrick. Tale for the Ages, get the flying trigger or get the celebration trigger on Godrick. Doot. They do this thing. We fall asleep. Godrick goes vroom vroom. $11. Our opponent's down to 11. Oh, that's a hard counter at higher poison counters, yep. Honk shoe, honk shoe. Are we low rolling or like... Ugh, okay. Blight, belly rat. Proc, pew pew, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't like doing this, but oh, you cast red mana specifically? Yikes. Yeah, I hate playing against poison. Just because 80% of the time it's an easy win and, like, the game sucks. And then another portion of the time, or like 20% of the time, you flood or low roll or whatever and just have a bad time.
I've learned much.
And then it's like, well, okay. Yeah, it's just like, deck is bad, we beat bad. I get nothing from the wins either. It's like, the only way I lose is because of mana screw or bad luck, basically, so the wins just feel very hollow and unsatisfying. This hand is extremely slow and bad, which is a little bit frustrating. This hand is also not great, but we're on the play and it has a 3-drop at least, so we will drop one of the lands and hope it gets there. Anyway, keep this hand. Drop a plains. Doot. And then do Godrick or something. Slow hand versus black makes me sad. He's no good. Godrick's going to immediately eat shit. Or I mean, we could flash in the Werefox Bodyguard. I don't know if that's the move. Oh, wow. Go for the Shieldred's Edict? Oh my. Feeling daring today, aren't we? We can Emperor. A weird second option we have is we can flash in Werefox Bodyguard and enchant Werefox Bodyguard. I think I just like doing the Emperor here. Exile the Flesh Gorger, yep. We will pay the ward, it's fine. We regain 2 anyway. Neat. So that just works. I'm gonna Blind Fire Uptick here. because I would like to flash in the
Remember your
Werefox Bodyguard on their turn. I also think they might play out a Sheoldred or something. I'll do this. Be a removal sponge. Oh. I mean, we have this play. Sink 2 removal spells into my 2/2. I double dog dare you. Lucky, or I hit planeswalkers, I feel like fairly frequently. Although they're definitely less common than they were. Let's make a 2/2. I guess Edict can specify token or non-token because it's a just nonsense card. Obliterator is kind of fine, or like whatever. Thinking. Bivouac is bad here. Uptick on the Archon. We do the mouse.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Bivouac gets better next turn, potentially. But we have flyers that can just ignore the Obliterator, so that's nice. And they do have to attack the Emperor to make the Obliterator not suck. Or like to achieve things with it on upcoming turns, and we don't care. Or like, we'll let that happen.
I still have much
I guess
to
a
learn.
second Obliterator maybe makes us sad. God damn it. Why do I talk? Why do I say words? 9, 11, 13? Yeah, I had to say it. We can bivouac here and put the counter on one of the Archons and do that and do 12. I don't know, I'm just gonna... Yeah, rip not having enough to bivouac properly, I'm just gonna do this. Bing, bang, bong, bing, bong. Take them to 1. Resolve. Burn some lands. We reduce our ability to bivouac, which isn't ideal, but also... I don't know. I'm not going to say words, because that has not been good for me. Hate that. Our opponent's at 8, so we killed them. We get a land so we can bivouac and murder them, or like extra murder them. Whee! Suck it, year-and-a-half-old mono black deck. I think I like this hand. We can etching on 1, then like Battle Mouse or whatever on 2. Yeah, Battle Mouse on 2, Spellbook Vendor on 3. Vendor trigger celebration, do some stuff. David Hume could outconsume Wilhelm Heydrich and Hegel. Liechtenstein was a beery swine who was just as sloshed as Schlegel. Wait, no, I mangled the order. Oh well. At least Immanuel Kant is a real pissant who is very rarely stable. Yes, Socrates himself is particularly missed. Lovely little think about a bugger when he's pissed. Aye. We will take a block as I half remember the Philosopher's Drinking Song. Bivouac, our white mana here is awkward, unfortunately. I think this is probably worth it, actually, like, taking the weird turn here, not blocking for a turn, and then goozling them with Werefox Bodyguard and maybe Monstrous Rage. This is bad specifically into, like, Monstrous Rages from the opponent, or something. Squee! Also pretty rough into a squee. Me too. Oh, so they're just wasting our time? Okay. I really like this hand if we draw a land or two. Hey, a land. I was gonna say technically missing a red for Godrick, which might be a little bit weird, but we can Ashe. Time for our opponent to go for the threat or Ashe, because... Oh! Hello. You're an instant? That's neat. Oh, this is... Is this the Pia deck? Yeah, and now the flood begins. I think we'll be okay. I think this is the... Or at least a version of the Pia deck. Interesting. There was a tournament recently where the number one, or like the first spot, the gold finish was, I think it was just Boros Pia? Maybe it was Mardu Pia? I don't think it was running Takassi's Welcome, although maybe I'm wrong on that. That was another deck that I meant to, like, check out or play. Wandering Emperor time? Oh, wedding announcement? No, okay, I think this is just like Mardu tokens. We have, like, not drawn any of our tails in the past handful of games, A Tale for the Ages, and I would love to draw some of them, because they are really good in this deck. We would like to Godrick, and then also pay for the thing here. We will often pay for the Spellbook Vendor instead of casting a monstrous tail. Yay! Give me that tail for the ages. Brain. Yeah, we just want to be card efficient, and like this generates a lot of the value that Monstrous Rage does for us, but is just like not a card. It's an ongoing ability. Honk shoe, honk shoe. Brain. We have the backup Spellbook Vendor. And tail, we can proc flying. Yeah, the draws have been good, which is nice. So hopefully stuff is okay. Hopefully we get there. Vroom vroom. Oh, nope. Joke's on you, I have an instant speed pump spell that I will burn there. I'll take another flyer. Yeah. I think we'll... Don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Time for a farewell, because people suck. No. We're manually tapping for some reason. Oh! Robert! Auto pay to trigger things? And our opponent explodes because old Bobby Nix just can't stop all my good birds, good games to the opponent. I like this hand. Seems pretty cool and good. If there's one thing I love for a hand to be, it's cool and good. I guess our man is really slow, actually. That's kind of awkward. That's the big downside to this hand. If we draw an untapped land, that smooths things out a bit, but yeah. Definitely not bad enough to mulligan, anyway. We just have an unfortunately slow rollout. Nothing important. yeah, sorry, Mosswood Dread Knight went on an adventure. I would like to Battle Mouse. Tale for the Ages? Maybe? Maybe just a little bit as a treat. I always think this gives trample for some reason. I don't know why. The celebration ability. Just keep doing this stuff. Oh, also another cut down, huh? Cool and good, or another removal spell. Aren't we daring today? Love to play into the same deck all the time. I will spellbook plus Kumano here. Maybe we're supposed to do the spellbook vendor thing to insulate against a... I don't think they have a cut down in hand, or they could have cast it anyway, so... that part of things is not a super high priority. No blocks. If they're holding slower, remove... Shieldred, sure. Honkshoe. I mean, we can just bodyguard the Shieldred, put a thing on Vendor, and hit them for a bunch. It feels straightforward, but also just might be fine. Vendor will be extra thick. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was stalling, but also, given the Kumano counter, I think this is effectively correct. I like an Ashe. It's not amazing, but it's a haste threat. That's definitely my big complaint about black, is just like, the number of cards that's kind of automatically correct to play in black make it so uninteresting. I think we just let this hit us. I don't know, I don't see a lot of value in blocking. Sure? I'll bite. Tuck 2 of the Shieldreds. I love the bodyguards. The bodyguards just always feel good. Or they fit into so many scenarios. Let's edumacate our etching, do a big smash. Archon is really nice here. They might kill like some bodyguards or whatever to get their Shieldreds back. But then we just Archon wham-jangle them in the air. If they don't kill the spellbook vendor, we can do some other stuff. Oh boy! Do they go for the Gruff triplets or do they go for the Titan of Industry? Bramble Familiar gonna do some work here. They go for Gruff triplets and that was the wrong choice! Although they don't know our deck, so they don't know it's the wrong choice. Oh, flying. Who cares? The game is over. Bing, bong. Also, if they do the Titan, they heal 5, they have a reach. They're still dead to the Titan too, to be fair to our opponent. I just got excited. Good games to the opponent. I mean, I genuinely hope more people start playing the end just because, like, if black decks are cannibalizing and teching for themselves, that means other decks can do more to pressure them. Don't love this hand, but we have a bunch of 2-drops, so we'll make it work. Battle Mouse? Of course they're playing black. It's standard, they're legally required to. If you don't play black in standard, Richard Garfield will come to your house and break your kneecaps. That's why I broadcast from a moving truck with armed security. We have very good sound dampening here in the truck. They're legitimately just roping for 2 minutes to cut down the mouse. Great. Cool. This is why I have opinions about mono black. Missing land drops, not great. Time for them to rope me for 3 minutes again before another cut down. No, they've realized they're playing Magic. Tortoise! There's good eating on one of them. Oh my god. This sucks. We just needed even a third land would be a huge deal. We exile some stuff, they do a thing, we can't attack here productively, etc, etc. I'm mostly just frustrated or like dragging my feet, because if we win that game, we get to Mythic, but too far behind off of missing multiple land drops. Nice! Multiple 2-drops, that also help discount our more expensive cards. Sort of, anyway. Hopefully the mouse can do stuff. Bloodfeather Phoenix! I like Bloodfeather Phoenix. I think more people should play it. Mess, mess, mess. Weird play pattern next turn. If we miss a land drop, we can Monstrous Rage Sorcery Speed, then play out the Spellbook Vendor. That also gives us the Raging Battle Mouse's Celebration. I mostly just want to draw a land, because a land would be a lot better than that play pattern, but it's... we'll see. Also would like to draw a land to hit the Wandering Emperor, and boy, I would like to have an opponent who doesn't rope for 3 minutes in the first 3 turns. Would love to have people who play Magic at speed. I think I've talked before about how part of why that frustrates me is I just know I pay less attention and play worse when people play slow. So it's always like, okay. Tap land. Not a good land, or like not a good land for this board state or whatever, but I'll take it. Raging Battle Mouse. Thinking. Trade for Kamano. Monstrous Rage is really bad for us here. Why do I talk? Of course we miss curving out, even though I went up to 24 lands, even though our curve is low and we should be... we're dead. Right? I'll be diligent or I'll play through this, but we exile 1. I guess theoretically we can like chump block 1, but I mean, what are we doing at that point? Just kill me. Love to be close to Mythic. Sorry, I just saw the play draw difference. 80% win on the play, 44% on the draw. 40% dip on the draw is woof. We're on the... Please, deck, please. Keep 6. Oh, I wish you could account for mana screw and stuff, or like, if I manually tracked games, I'd be able to go like, oh, that game was mana screw, so let's just nix it, or like not account for it. But yeah, Untapped's tracking is good, or like it's convenient, but it's not as detailed as I would like sometimes. We do Ashe here because then on turn 3 we can Spellbook Vendor plus do the ability. And that should help us murder them. If they kill Ashe, they don't get a counter on something off of Kamano. They opt for a Swifty. So that's good. Oh, they're playing Strangle. I wasn't thinking about Strangle. Strangle is really good here, which is unfortunate. Oh. I mean, that's neat. Spellbook Vendor. Autopay. We do it on the Kamano so we can at least scry. We want an Emperor or something here. I would love for them to not kill my Spellbook Vendor. Big ask. But Landing Tail for the Ages would be cool and good. They kill the Etching. Unsurprising. Okay. Don't love it, but the vendor does survive the turn cycle. Yeah, more people should play Strangle. It is a good card. Tail plus we will get the Bivouac down, because we only need the 1 mana to do this, and it's a tap land, and yada yada yada. I don't know, sure? It's an actual magic card? I don't know. Feels rough. 2, 4, 6, 9, 4. Oh, we have to block something, don't we? 2, 4, 6. Okay, so we don't have to think, we can just block something. Really? I was gonna say they should attack all here, and they should definitely not do a partial attack. But we do kill them. I guess they actually should have held back blockers, is the thing. I don't know why I said they should attack all. But yeah, non-land, we take it. We get a win there, just barely. They certainly apply pressure, but they come up just short. Good games to the opponent. Yeah, we'll keep this hand anyway. Do Ashe on 2, Spellbook Vendor on 3, Godrick on 4? Or we could do Tale for the Ages and another thing. I don't know, Ashe on 2 anyway. Honk honk. Would they just play out a threat on 2 and not kill my creatures? Yay! We get to have creatures for a turn. You love to see it. Let's make Ashe scary. I will take that Archon. I guess it maybe over-indexes on the vendor. I feel like they kill one of our creatures, or there's pretty good odds of them killing one of my creatures, but not super high odds of both. We could land the Tale for the Ages here. I kind of want to Godrick. Yeah, Scrapgorger's a good card. It's maybe more important that we land Crab. Crab says no. Hey kid, wanna buy a spellbook? No? Okay, I'll take it. Is this too much of a meme? I mean, probably, but it's a funny meme. Gonna help us beat them to death, so, you know. Take them to 7. The Archon, yeah, I may be supposed to drop it. Just because, we're so heavily indexed on, like, our enchanted creatures connecting. So over-indexed. Oh, we just kill them, yeah. That does not do enough. The meme must live. The meme must live. Yeah, sorry, Archon does not actually... I'm now glad that I was not a coward and I decided to meme. 'Cause this does a murder real good. Honk honk. It doesn't really matter. But also is an actual magic card. They block whatever, Spellbook Vendor domes them for 7. And we kill them! Woo! Good games to our opponent. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. This hand is slow. This hand is really slow. And has no creatures before 4. God damn it. And has tap lands, and I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, keep 6. Drop 1 of you. We bivouac on 1. Hopefully we just have a nice aggressive... Where were you last turn? If the mouse survives the turn cycle, we get to Kumano plus Godrick in one go, which is nice. Ooh, okay. Or we can... Actually, we can't, can we? Because Godrick is double pips, god damn it. Mouse. We just do this stuff. Trigger celebration, mouse gets swole. They probably kill swole mouse, because our opponent is a monster, and or playing black. Yes, hello, would you like to kill my raging battle, mouse? Unsurprising. Our opponent is playing black in standard. Godrick. Oh, this is fine. Or like, we get the trigger off of Kumano anyway. And Godrick gets to smash face. Oh, I did a punt. Or like, it's not a big punt, but we could have tailed for the aged there. I guess it might matter more on a subsequent turn. Can we just kill them? Thinking. What's that coming over the hill? Oh, it's a monster. Oh, it's a monster. What's that coming over the hill? Oh, it's a monster. Take him to 1. They heal up to 3 off of Shieldred, which you don't love. Mosswood Dread Knight. That probably spiked the microphone really hard. Sorry to the battle mouse. Why would you? Sure, okay. Yay, our opponent gives up. Our opponent gives up. We crush their will to live with a little mouse and the fancy lad or whatever. Mythic, woo! With Boros Enchantation. I should probably come up with a better name for this deck. If I edit this into a YouTube video, thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching the video, and an extra big thank you to the Patreon patrons and YouTube members that help make these videos possible. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.